Hey guys, Elena Garrett here again talking about Divvy Homes rent-to-own process. And today I'm just going to talk you through a small topic, but nevertheless an important one, is the entry-level requirements for Divvy Homes rent-to-own program. Many people make an assumption that a rent-to-own program means you can be unemployed, you can be in default, your car is repossessed, you're living under the bridge, and suddenly you wake up one day and think, okay, I'm ready for a rent-to-own program now. So how do I start? So even though Divvy Homes rent-to-own program has a lower entry point than most homes than most mortgage loan programs, it still have some standards. So you do not have to have 700 credit score, but you do need to have some credit score to apply. Okay, so let's compare a first-time home buyer FHA loan entry-level opposite points and Divvy Homes. Okay, so if you're a first-time home buyer, and I'm assuming that 80% of you listening there are probably first-time home buyers. If you were to go and apply for an FHA loan, FHA stands for Federal Housing Authority, which is the governmental organization that helps to generate loans that help first-time home buyers and low-income families. Okay, so if you were to apply for a first-time home buyer FHA loan, for you to go to be approved for any FHA loan, you would need to have a 580 credit score. Now 580 is like if you're at 580, do not apply yet, because even a slight change in your credit history, you paid off a card and it dropped you by 2 points or something, can knock you out of the program while you're already under contract. So I would say do not try to apply for FHA loan unless you're at least 590 to 600. Once you're in 600, now you're in a safer place at this point, my personal opinion. Okay, so for FHA loan, you need to have 2 years of income. You need to show uninterrupted income for about 2 years. Now with COVID, they changed the definition of what interrupted is, but nevertheless, if you were working as a nurse in Chicago and you suddenly decided I'm going to breed dogs for a living, or that I'm going to start a hair salon, or that I'm going to be a real estate agent, and you come to Dallas because you heard that Dallas is a great place to do hair salons or real estate agency, and you say, okay, now I'm ready for a first-time homebuyer loan, that's not going to work for you because you exited your employment in one area and you're starting something new. So it's very hard for you to get a loan, a home buyer loan, a home purchase loan, without 2 years of some continuity in your employment. Let's just say W-2 to W-2. You were W-2 in Detroit, you found a W-2 position in a similar industry in DFW, and there was not really a big gap between the two employments. You might be able to squeeze by. But if you had interruption employment or change of industry, you might have to start the clock from the beginning, 2 years. Also, when you have student loans, let's just say that you have student loans, you have credit card loans, all of that good stuff, all of that can add up to the point where they cannot find a program that would allow you to underwrite for a home that's worth applying for. So let's just say you are applying for an FHA loan, and even though you fit their guidelines, they'll say we can only approve you for about $157 worth of a loan because of your student loans and all of that good stuff. That doesn't help you a lot because, to be honest, with $157, you may not be able even to buy a townhome, like a 2-bedroom townhome. Everything is just so expensive right now. So the entry level requirements for an FHA are stable employment for about 2 years, 580 plus credit score for a 3.5% down payment. If you're thinking, a lot of people think, oh, I'm going to buy my first home with zero money, I'm going to go for a 0% down payment loan. To apply for a 0% down payment loan, you need to be at 640 or above. If you're at 640 or above, you might be able to get the 0% down. But if you're like at 580, 600, you'll have to pay 3.5% down payment. And also you have to, so the underwriting process is very complicated. Let's just say divorce situations where you have some items. Let's just say you and your ex-husband own the car together, and you, even though you no longer live separately, the car is still in your name or something like that. A lot of those items can affect your ability to obtain a loan. Compared to the Divvy Home program, there is really just 3 or 4 major requirements. Number 1, your credit score needs to be 550 plus FICO. Number 2, you need to show employment history for 3 months. So even though you just moved to DFW, 3 months is a lot easier to demonstrate than 2 years. They don't ask for tax returns, to my knowledge. Maybe they do in some cases, but to my knowledge, they don't. It's much easier for you to demonstrate your income if you're self-employed and your income fluctuates or you take a ton of deductions. And then you basically just need to have no evictions, no bankruptcies in the last 12 months versus 3 years or 2 years that another type of loan would require. So from my standpoint, Divvy Home has about half of the difficulty of getting into the program than an FHA loan. That's it for now. And after, like, the question of loans and loan requirements is super complicated. I'm not a lender. I'm a real estate agent. I'm just observing what lenders do. If you have any questions about eligibility for an FHA loan, for Divvy Home, it's a little bit easier for me because it's not a lending guidelines per se. But if you have questions about your eligibility for an FHA loan, VA loan, any other type of loan, I'm not the right person to ask. I can direct you to a lender who can explain it to you. But for Divvy Homes, I probably can convey most of the information pretty accurately. That's it for now. I hope you understood. I mean, I go very fast through these videos, and I apologize. I have so much on my mind. It's trying to spill out of my head. But assuming that you can follow me with, despite me speaking pretty quickly, let me know in the comments what else you would like me to cover about the entry requirements for both types of situations, and I'll be glad to do it in another video. Thank you so much, guys, and see you in the next video.